of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Navarro. He's coming off a 40-point game against Houston.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Now here's Conley. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Gasol with the steal. Out in his own on the break. Here's Chandler. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Gibson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gibson's got 6 points. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, in the first half of play,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We have the Clippers as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. To take a look at the Grizzlies, they are a 6th-place team right now, definitely in contention moving down the stretch.
And they face this team just once more after tonight. So they lost that first matchup. They're looking to get this one to boost their confidence and give themselves a chance to win the season series.
And, Greg, I think that'll have them coming out of the locker room with a little pep in their step. I mean, they do not want to lose back-to-back games to this team, especially having only one more game to play against them this season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Jay out there with Paul, and it's Navarro in at the small forward. Here's Navarro after the made shot from Zach Randolph. And the wide-open shot from Paul. Chandler with the rebound. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season, yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
And now the Clippers on the break. Conley grabs the miss.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
To the middle. Here's Randolph. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
There's the bucket. Good. Clutch has got his first basket.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Randolph. And Jordan sends it back. Now the Clippers moving it up. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now here's Lee. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Out to Conley. Randolph, a screen on Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Randolph missing again.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Paul left side. Pass to Navarro. He kicks it to Jordan. The pass to Navarro. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and the basket good. Clutch has got his second bucket of the night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Now, here's Gasol. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Randolph. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And they double up Gasol. Here's Lee. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Clippers leading by 6. From past the arc. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Paul with the steal. Passes it to Navarro. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Chandler with a screen for Conley. Down low. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Conley.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Navarro, the pass to Navarro. And he gets it to go. Jay's got 6 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Conley following the basket by Chris Paul. On the wing, Chandler. He had 10 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And again, Memphis no good.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Outside Conley. Randolph a screen. Conley kicks to Chandler. He feeds it to Gasol. Back to Chandler. 6 to shoot. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. And the Clippers have possession. They lead by 11. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Chandler is screen. They double him with Jordan. Chandler kicks to Gasol. 5 on the clock. Shot from free throw range and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, he used his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Now here's Gasol. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's Navarro. 11-point game. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Chandler. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range and his perimeter defense, Clark, his rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. White is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Zach Randolph. Matt Barnes is checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Will Barton in for Courtney Lee.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And on the topic of Griffin's rebounding, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you'd think with the 2 elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year, but that's another story.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebounding. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Now here's Conley. He had 22 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007, a slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. The Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Dave Yeager gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about the challenge of containing Chris Paul, and he said, well, he's one of the best in the business, maybe the best. There's really nothing he can't do. But fellas, he said matching CP3's intensity on the court and making him work defensively are 2 keys. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's Conley penetrating, and Jordan sends it back.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
You know, you think back, the Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And Mike Conley may be the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis.
Now here's Conley. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And that one's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Here's Barton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And it's Conley penetrating. Here's Gibson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley dishes to Barnes. Kicks it to right. Barton in the corner. No one near him. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Here's Navarro. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top, up by 16. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.